All right. Now Rec Ready. When I posted that, I wasn't. I mean, I was acting like I was playing, but I wasn't really playing with it because I don't know. It speaks for itself, I guess. But I'm gonna do I'm gonna do Rec Ready and sing the lyrics along with it as best as I can, the best I can remember, because it's a long song and a lot of lyrics to it. So bear with me, all right? So let's see here. Which one did I play before? 10, 17, 12, 4. Hold on, let me see what this one sounds like on the start. Hold on. Wrecking trains and taking names, 'cause we're insane. It's country or rock and roll, just wrapped in between. Living our lives to wreck a couple of trains. Baby, you can't believe the force behind 25 million, not loaded steel. Think you've seen it bad, but baby, just wait till you see it turn the rail, 65 miles per hour, under the path to hell. Nothing survives its wrath it leaves behind. Twisted up mountain though still wreck ready. Wreck train, wreck ready. Day and night we'll be there ready. Wreck trains, wreck ready. 24/7, hope sure we'll be there. No weather nor lack of sleep. Kids from a wreck train. We adore just the metal and chaos, laying awake and not waiting for the phone to ring. Hell of a railroad disaster, 7 years down the road. Falls to the wall from the get-go while the world is asleep to the wreck we roll. Wreck ready, wreck trains, wreck ready. Day or night we'll be there ready. Wreck trains, wreck ready. 24/7, hope sure we'll be there. We work the hours, can smell the flowers, can't understand why sometimes we feel devoured. Working like a slave, getting way paid, kicking ass and taking names. Frustration, points of exhaustion, tempers flaring, sometimes there's no salvation. Our families miss us, sometimes our women cry, children ask why their dad's gone. Done. Hold your professional services. Hold your professional services. We are Hold your professional services. We're Hold your professional services. 'Cause we got steel tracks, weight racks, everything in between. Track holes and all our bros, pride you can't believe. And each time I go to sleep, I dream of wrecking trains. Each time that I wake up, wanna do it all again. Hold your professional services. Hold your professional services. We are Hold your professional services. Hold your professional services. Heavy hauling motherfuckers. We live to roll dice. Sometimes it bites us in the ass. These times we pay the price. Nature of our loyalty runs deeper than you know. Each other's lives we carry, and you know we carry our brothers like a pro. Wreck ready, wreck trains, wreck ready. Day or night we'll be there ready. Wreck trains, wreck ready. 24/7, oh dear, we'll be there. And time that I'm living is what it takes to be driven. This ain't the place to be given bad decisions that can never ever be forgiven. One hell of an occupation, stacked full of dedication. One hell of an inspiration. In the end, it's all about the compensation. Yeah. Wreck ready. Wreck trains. Day or night. Wreck ready. Wreck trains. Wreck ready. 21/11, oh good, we'll be there. Insane as a hurricane. I refrain, I restrain that which I can't contain. I'm a fame, I'm insane, 'cause claim it's insane because I am in vain. Let me put it in different words and context. We're insane and we love it that way. Cause we walk right through the middle of danger. And we safely get disasters out of the way. Wreck ready! Wreck trains! Wreck ready! Day or night, we'll be there ready. Wreck trains! Wreck ready! 24/7 Ultra will be there. Can't think of too many occupations that make your heart beat like a drum. When working in deadly conditions, when you're so tired everything's numb, it's a chance of a lifetime. You're insane to work for 3 days straight, but in the end we've done what no one man can do. We feel invincible, we feel great. It's a day. I forgot this part. Wrecking trains and taking names, cause we're insane. Wreck ready. Wreck trains. Wreck ready. Day or night, we'll be there ready. Wreck trains. Wreck ready. 21/11, we'll be there. It's what it takes to be grounded. This ain't the place to be given bad decisions that can never ever be forgiven. One hell of an occupation, stacked full of dedication. One hell of an inspiration. In the end, it's all about the compensation. Wreck ready. Wreck trains. Day or night, we'll be there ready. Wreck trains. Wreck ready. 24/7 on cheer, we'll be there. Get this part right. Butch Stoops, you can kiss my fucking ass. Frank Merriquin, I don't even know you. Like the sea in a dark alley. We can dance, get to know each other a little bit. The mud, the blood, the chargers, and the beer in a tangled up pile of cars. Driving through any hell and back, there ain't a rep too far. Still can't understand why I'm not still there. Still can't comprehend how a bullet could put me here. Thought Kenny Payton had my back, now I see that I was wrong. Thought I earned respect, Tommy Weeks said it's all gone. Dave South always made me laugh, loved it when I worked with old Melvin 3. Tommy Thompson, Mark Gannon, Mr. Don Leland. Mr. Hulcher, you're a good shit. You gave us crazy fucking animals a perfect place to exist. Gave to me dreams I could touch, feel, taste, and see. Made me believe I could do anything. Sex stuff both going through my hand, but I don't expect you to understand. But I don't think it's gonna keep me from making my way to the promised land. Everything that I did for you, I did with honor and pride. Till the day that you die, sir, knowing your heart, I'm by your side. Wrecking trains and taking names. Wreck ready. Yeah, 'cause we're insane. Totally insane. We are totally insane in membrane. dedicated to you, Mr. Hulcher. Sorry you never got to hear it, man. Yeah, if there's anything that officially kicked my ass is that he passed away about a year before it was completely recorded and everything. He passed away. Hope you can hear it, Glenn. Hope you can hear it from up there in heaven. And when I called back to let everybody know at Hulcher that I'd finally, geez, 14 years it took me to actually get it recorded and to the point to where I was happy with it, and then I posted it on YouTube. And when I was writing it, and it was in its beginning stages, and I was just playing it on acoustic. I'd bring an acoustic guitar with us on Rex, and that way when we were in the motel or whatever, if I had that inspiration, man, I'd just start writing, fucking Glenn Hulcher came to the shop in his motorhome one time, and I don't like, I thought that if I mentioned it, I would be sounding kind of arrogant or whatever, and I didn't want to. I know that's why he came there, but he didn't mention it, and then he left without hearing it in the final stages, and none of my crew mentioned it either, and something in me told me to go ahead and just play it for him, but I didn't, because I didn't want to come off as being whatever, arrogant, or I guess I got a vocabulary, but I don't have the word to describe what I thought I would look like or seem like if I don't know. It is what it is. I miss you, Mr. Hulcher. I miss that job too, but I'd never go back to it. It was fucking hardcore. It was pretty fucking cool. Didn't miss one rack, man, 5.5 years. One of them I should have missed. That was Uncle Lenny's wake. Thank God Tom Wellman was there to drive my iron to the wreck up in, that was Levita Pass, I think, up in Colorado, up in the mountains. I was pretty hungover when we got to the wreck. I slept most of the way, chugging water the whole way from Cheyenne to Levita Pass, and then I got on my tractor and went to work. Whew, man, that was harsh. Some of the times I remember we would this is freaking Wyoming, and Elk Mountain is 100 miles, 120 miles to the west of us here on I-80. Elk Mountain, Arlington, Rawlins, Wamsutter. Yeah, some of the most brutal weather I've ever seen. And I've been in a lot of oil fields. I've been in West Texas, South Texas, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Wyoming, Colorado, North Dakota, Montana. And I'm telling you, the worst of the worst, the absolute shittiest it can get is Wamsutter, Wyoming. It's freaking. If you better be prepared when you put it in gear and you release the brakes. If you're heading out in the field, you better be prepared to live in that truck for 3 freaking days minimum. Because man, shit gets hairy out there. I seen a picture of my buddy Kelly Judd. He sent it to me. Out in the middle of freaking nowhere out there, there's a freaking bus stop sign and a little table with 3 skeletons sitting there, just waiting for the bus. Never showed. Pretty funny. But yeah, this is dedicated to Glenn Hulcher, of course, and all the guys that I already mentioned in the song, and Robert Plummer and Bruce Biggs and Peanut, Mo, sure, Medium and Little Will, Aaron Bridger, yeah, Kenny Payton, Lopey, Rick Lopez, and Adam Hinkle. I called him Hinckley. Yeah, that was some pretty crazy days back then, man. It was pretty hardcore, that's for sure. Fucking, you had 30 minutes to be at your truck no matter what time you got the call. You had 30 minutes to be pre-tripping your shit and rolling. It was pretty intense. 5.5 years, didn't miss one wreck. I should have kept count of the wrecks I went on, but that was before I'm at about, I was at 5982 total loads of freaking crude oil I hauled after I left Holter. And yeah, wreck ready. The reason behind the name Wreck Ready was no matter how long we'd been out. I mean, there was one time we hadn't been home in 5 freaking weeks. We just had wreck after wreck after wreck, and we just kept rolling, man. One time I had 127 hours in one friggin' week. Okay? There's only 168 hours in a week. So thinking that, I had 41 hours off in a week. It was insane. But no matter how long we were out, and no matter how much we missed our families, or how many clean clothes we didn't have, and oh my God, it was freaking a brutal job. I ain't gonna lie. But no matter how long we were out, once we got back to the shop here in Cheyenne, we couldn't leave until we fixed everything on the entire fleet, the entire division. Everything had to be repaired so that we were wreck ready. One time we had to stay there 23 hours after we got home. Couldn't go see our families. We couldn't do anything. We were there 23 more hours, almost a whole nother day before we could even go home. And that was it was a dedication, man. There was so much pride in that shit, man. I mean, if we weren't on train wrecks, we were just in the shop. Once we did all of our own maintenance, and everything that didn't take a certified like Catman or whatever to pull off, or a certified welder or whatever. There was a lot of shit that I welded, but nothing that really needed to be certified. Well, I did a drawbar once that did pretty good on it, I think. I don't know if it ever failed. I doubt it, because I welded the living crap out of it. But yeah, there was a lot of pride in that shit. But if we were in the shop, and once our maintenance was all caught up and everything, we'd just start. I mean, I needle scaled the entire freaking 583 side boom. Two of them. I was on the rubber pad for 3 years. I was there a year and a half, and then 3 years I was on the rubber pad, the padded 583 side boom. And that was 3 years of freaking. If I was on a wreck, man, they always called the padded tractor first because they don't want to tear shit up. The other one, that was a 15018, or no, 15015, yeah. And then 15018 was the steel track, and then Bruce Biggs, he got promoted to management, and I took over the steel track, and that last year and a half was a lot better, because they only called that tractor into work when it was a two boom pick, or when it was somewhere you had to get some grousers digging in to actually winch something out of a tight spot or something. And that's a tractor that almost killed Butch Stoof. And I think you're still a dick, Stoof, just so you know. But I don't know. We had our moments, I guess. But I don't know what the fuck your problem was with me either. I worked my ass off, man. I know I wasn't the smartest guy, and I definitely wasn't the best operator, but shit. Didn't miss a wreck, you prick. So how about that? Blew a steer tire at freaking 70 miles an hour, loaded, kept it out of the ditch. After I freaking told you guys that it was out of date. Yeah, fuck. I'm like, woohoo, 70 miles an hour, going downhill over there on I-25 northbound. Right as soon as I unkeyed the mic, boom, the headlight shot out in the lane in front of me. Fucking head slaps off the driver's door window. Yeah, it was a ride, but I got her shut down. No biggie. Yeah, we went through a lot of shit, man. I still dream about it sometimes. When I was actually working there, it was like I never got off. It was like freaking every single time I go to sleep, I was back at work because I was dreaming about wrecking trains, man. And It was freaking intense, man. And Mike Lambert, I remember him, and Brian and Greg from the North Platte Division. Them guys were cool. Who else did I remember? Remember that one guy, man? He used to. We'd be in Douglas doing maintenance work, replacing switches and shit. I remember one time it took four divisions of equipment to pick up one huge panel of switches. It was insane. I wish one of these days I'll find some pictures of that, man, and I'll put it on there for everybody. But yeah, that was a hardcore job, man. And the thing that was the maintenance schedule was second to none. I mean, there is not a maintenance schedule out there that compares to Glenn Holcher's maintenance schedule for his equipment. And if anybody ever can get it, that schedule, and you follow it by the numbers, you will not have a catastrophic failure. You won't. It just isn't going to happen unless there's a freak accident or, somebody ain't watching the oil pressure when they're driving. They might blow a motor or something if they lose a pump or whatever. But you will not have a catastrophic failure. Okay. And the thing that was so cool, I think it was a Fortune 500 or whatever. It was UPS or FedEx has always been like number one for most dependable. Guess who's always been number two? And we're not delivering freaking mail, you know what I mean? Or fucking freight. We're delivering heavy ass yellow iron to wherever the train fell off the track. And we were number two forever. I don't know if it still is or not, but that's a statement, man. That's a testimony and how badass that company really was, man. And they, yeah, it was definitely a fucking killer. It was pretty intense shit. Man, the adrenaline was freaking addicting bad. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, I still do miss it somewhat, but I don't miss it so much that I would actually go back. Well, they don't have a division in Cheyenne anymore anyway, so I noticed R.J. Corman pretty much took over the Powder River line up there between Douglas and Gillette. I see them up there all the time because it's a big oil boom up there too. So I'm in the oil field now, but yeah, I got a bunch of tunes about the oil field too. Oil field trash, grinding gears, missing years, roughneck, black gold. Yeah, just try to write and sing about what I'm living through. Yeah, grinding gears and missing years. That one's pretty hardcore. I'll have to do a commentary on that one too sometime, but I'm gonna try to do my best to just keep writing. And I've started some new songs here. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages there, and then 1, 3, 3 pages there. Yeah, I'm getting there. Just keep going, man. I can't stop with it. And I don't know. I love the freedom of being able to write music, songs. It's like you can't fuck up your own shit, right? Well, you can, but you know what I mean. It's your song. So, all right, well, everybody, especially you guys at Holcher, man. I miss all you fuckers, man. Well, almost all you, Butch. Yeah, I'm Gordon, don't forget Gordon. Yeah. That dude was pretty cool. He was like Popeye. Anthony Santini, Bob Smetana, yeah. I remember them guys too. Dave, what was it? Dave Remy, wasn't it? Dave Remy. Little, medium, and big wheels. God, man, it's It's been a long time ago. It's been 20 years since I started that job. Last March would have been 20 years that I started there. Long time. Long freaking time. Who else was there? Yeah, Kenny Payton, man. That is one working son of a bitch right there. That dude is triple tough, boy. He was a manager, man. He'd outwork everybody, man. He just would not stop. He did not miss a beat at all, ever. That guy was just a machine. And talk about poetry in motion, man. That was Sherman Payne on that freaking 325 and then that 330 Traco. God, that guy could pick your nose with that freaking one of them teeth on the bucket. Pretty intense, man. Yeah, I do miss that shit. Who else am I forgetting here, man? I know I'm forgetting a bunch of people. Old Peanut. Steve. Aaron Bridger. Remember Little Will. Damn. So many people came and went, too, man. Huge turnover. Yeah, it seemed like we couldn't keep people, man. Dave Remy. Oh, Noah Teasley. Forgot about him. Seen him not too long ago. Boy. Yeah, he's pretty healthy. When he left Holter, he started his own landscaping company, and he ended up selling that fucker off for like millions, a couple million or something. I was like, attaboy. Then I hit him up to help me get my business completely off the ground, but I never got a response. So, Iron Stallion Crude and Logistics, right? Still trucking. Got my own. Well, the bank owns it, but I'm considered an owner-operator now. We bought it. It was like, fuck yeah, $2 fuel. No way Trump can lose. Yeah. Had a pile of money in the bank and all the bills are paid. Now I'm fucking treading water with a straw in my mouth because I'm underwater, you know. Shit's bad. One more year of this bullshit administration and we can... But if Dominion and Smartmatic voting systems don't get replaced, everybody knows that 2020 got stolen. And everybody just fucking stands there and bends over, lets them dip their theoretical Johnson in crude oil, sprinkle it with a little frac sand, and then shove it up our tailpipe non-stop for 3 years, watching our country get destroyed and invaded and overran. Over 10 million illegals that we know of that were apprehended and caught and released are now in our country. And you know they're doing, you know, Americans ain't gonna vote blue no more. Freaking Democrats destroyed the color blue for me. I can't stand blue now. I mean, until I'm looking at the lake or the ocean or the sky, but yeah, it's shit's getting crazy, man. I don't even know where we're gonna go. You know, are we gonna survive another year of this false administration's bullshit? Because I mean, we got all our veterans and all these people that are suffering right here at home, but we're sending all this fucking aid to Ukraine and fucking Israel. And I mean, I stand with Israel, don't get me wrong. Fuck Ukraine, though. That's where all these corrupt cocksuckers got all their stashes, you know. That's where all the sickest of the sick fucking congregate and hang out and hide. Yeah, it's filth in this world, man. The 1% who have 99% of the wealth, excuse me, the 1% that have 99% of the wealth, they aren't fucking satisfied with that. It's like, oh my God, seriously, you got to get the last 1% before you'll be happy, and you got to kill everybody off to do it, you know? Pray for us. Pray for America. Pray for your countrymen. Pray for our military. Pray for the administration. Even though they don't give a crap and they'll probably never change, pray for them. pray for them, that God somehow opens their eyes and turns the course of their actions, because America's in trouble, people. We're in huge trouble, and I don't know. Now that the dollar's not on the world currency exchange, we're done. We just don't even know it. And I've done a lot of studying, and we are Mystery Babylon. Okay, America will fall. It's gonna get shitty here, bad. But if we all just stay the course and keep praying, stay prepared, man. All you people get your stuff stocked up, and I know everything's freaking double what it was coming into 2020, but hey, man, keep going. Spend whatever you can on non-perishables and keep preparing, okay? Non-perishables and ammo. Been indoctrinating our children for so long that they're not even trying to hide their crazy anymore, because they think they got enough of a following base to actually pull their shit off. And once you can rig the election and cheat, well, of course they do. They got it in the bag. We'll probably never have a Republican in the White House again until we actually get voting integrity reestablished and get it legitimized. Because at this point, I don't see a way out, man. I really don't. Well, there's always a way out, but we got all of our kids, this liberal generation or whatever you want to call it, and I'm a libertarian, but I'm not a liberal. So I'm all for self-governance and self-protection, and I want that back, but there's no getting it if we don't stand together and we keep letting the news put narratives out there that keep us bickering and fighting and looking at the other guy like he's less than or more privileged than. Like the white privilege card I had, my buddy Ernie and his girl Tiff, they're Spanish, Mexican, and they were talking to me about the white privilege card, I don't have that fucking card. I need one. Can you find one for me? Because I ain't buying it. And she started telling me about a story when she got pulled over, how the cop was all nice and cool, because she's a really light-skinned Mexican lady, and she's super awesome, hard-working woman, man. She has her own salon, and she gets shit done, man. She handles business, and she raises her kids and pays her rent, and she's a badass. Okay, well, she got pulled over. She had a bill of sale in her window, and the cops were all cool until they noticed that she had a black woman in the passenger seat, and then they freaked out. Keep your fucking hands where I see, blah blah blah. I get it, okay. She doesn't, okay. And I started pulling out some statistics, but I didn't get to make my full point when we were there at that time. And so, from a cop's perspective, and even from just an American's perspective, I'm not pro-black, I'm not pro-white, I'm pro-American. These colors, I'm not prejudiced. I ain't no fucking hater, okay? I hate ignorance. That's what I hate. People that talk shit like they know something without doing their homework and studying and figuring it out. But anyway, so from a cop's perspective, or a logical, person, logical mind that actually does research and actually looks into the real numbers and doesn't rely on the first page of Google, because they bury the fucking truth under propaganda. 14.8% of the population is black, okay? But they commit 58% of the murders in the country. Something like that. That's a staggering number to be committed by 14.8% of the population. And most of it's black on black, don't get me wrong. But Can you blame these fucking foreign-owned corporate fucking subcontractors who are the police and the sheriffs, deputies, and the government and everything? They're all foreign-owned corporations, for-profit corporations, all of it. Okay, every county, city, state, all the way to the federal level. Every state is located in Washington, D.C. And as a citizen of the United States, you are the property of the government, and property cannot own property. I just started doing my denouncement of my citizenship and becoming a non-citizen national, a state national, because I'm sick of being victimized. I'm sick of being, ran over by police, and they just do what they want. They don't need, everybody takes this oath to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. And I'm telling you, it's getting pretty obvious that most of the enemies to the Constitution are domestic, okay? And they are Americans. And they're doing this shit against their own people. They're fucking traitors. And that's my God's honest opinion on it. I've done a lot of research and I've looked into a lot of shit and everything. Look it up yourself, okay? Your town, your state, your county, all of it. Go to Dun and Bradstreet. This is a credit reporting agency for for-profit corporations. Okay, it tells, like, if you want to, like, say, I'm making these shirts now, right? Say I want to find out, which shirt company out there that mass produces shirts, that I could use for my business. Who's got the best reputation? Who's got the most profitability and the best, resources and dependability and everything, right? And so I go to Dun and Bradstreet and I put in their company name and it'll throw me a number, okay, a Dun and Bradstreet number, a Duns number. It's called DUNS. I don't know what that stands for, the acronym, but, and so I put in state of Wyoming, city of Cheyenne, and Laramie County, Wyoming. All three of them have a Dun and Bradstreet number, okay? Every single county, city, state, everything that you can think of is owned. This entire country, and all the shit that's that we, all our traffic infractions, all of our fines, all of our bullshit, that's all overseas money. It's all going overseas. Everything is owned by the Vatican and the Bank of London. I know you probably won't believe me. Most of you won't, but it is the truth. And I have done my own work. I've climbed down in a lot of rabbit holes, people, a lot, and still climbing down them. I just, I'm on survival mode right now. I'm just trying to get through this shit in one piece with my truck and my family intact, because it's all these illegals coming across the border. They're not all Mexican. Trust me. We got military-age fighting males, out the ass coming over the border. There's all kinds of sleeper cells all over the country. And yeah, I'll bet you money that probably at least 50% of the guys coming across the border are being sent here by their superiors to be ready to inflict damage upon the American people when the time comes. There's going to be some kind of signal, some kind of code, some kind of go sign. I don't know what it's going to be or when it's going to be, but it's coming. It's coming. Like early last year or mid last year, there's 350,000 Chinese troops on the northern border and 250,000 down on the southern border doing training missions. Yeah, training to come over here and smoke Americans when they give the word, Everybody be safe, okay? Don't forget, man, pray, okay? Yeshua Mashiach. Man, we need God now. Bad. Yeah, and there's a guy named Tom McDonald on YouTube, too. Some of you heard of him, some of you haven't. check him out on YouTube, okay? This dude is speaking. He's waking up a lot of the people on the left, man. He's actually doing God's work, although he's not really religious. But he talks a lot about Christians, and he talks a lot about Christianity, and you know how the righteous can find the light, and how the propaganda machine will also throw out science to oppose the word of Christ and everything. But God is my witness. It's coming, and it's true. Everything that I've said here. Okay, do your own research. You guys can comment or call me a nut job or whatever you want, you know. But Psalms 144:1 is, blessed be the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle. Okay. And I don't know what that really means at all times. It doesn't always have to be guns and tanks and fucking hand to hand or whatever. A lot of times it's just right here. The keyboard. There's a lot of shit you can do with the internet and with your computer. A lot of people you can reach, a lot of truth you can tell. And if you stay off some of the social media platforms that are all big techie and corrupt and, you know, want the country enslaved, like we all are, then they'll censor you. They'll block you. They'll fucking take your shit down. They'll stick it right up the tailpipe again, you know. And the 13th Amendment of the United States freed the slaves. The 14th Amendment through the birth certificate system, Social Security cards, and all that shit. 14th Amendment enslaved us. Everybody thinks it was an equal rights and civil rights. Read deeper into it. It incorporated the United States, and it made citizenship what they said was a, you know, privilege, a great thing, and all this shit. No, what all it did was filter us. It chained us, shackled us to the walls of the government, to the income tax bracket. The IRS is a foreign-owned bank. So is the Federal Reserve. It's all for profit. They don't give a shit about you or me. We are nothing. You and I, we're just like little worker bees, you know, or workhorses. We just make the money and give them a huge ass chunk of it all the time, and they send it overseas. You know what's left over. Be safe, people. I love every one of you. I love the entire country and everybody in it. I just wish people would quit turning on the freaking news. Just, if you have a TV, watch anything but the news, okay? I think it was 2000, I can't remember, but Obama signed an executive order making it legal to lie to the American people via propaganda through any news outlet or social media or whatever. He made it legal to lie to us if there was any kind of a state of emergency, active state of emergency. When isn't there some kind of an active state of emergency here, especially nowadays? And with that being said, I mean, you can't believe a damn thing you see on the news. And anybody that thinks you can is either completely freaking retarded or part of the problem or in on the scam, because there's no way you can miss this shit. It's obvious. But keep praying, keep believing, keep your faith intact, and keep preparing. God bless everyone. Love you. Be safe. Bye.